Hi there, and welcome to this bonus episode of the Gazette's Hockey Inside Out Show. I'm Stu Cowan of the Gazette, and I'm joined by my regular partners here, former Canadiens teammates and 1986 Stanley Cup champs, Chris Nilan and Rick Greenie. Well, guys, Owen Beck finally scored his first NHL goal recently after a couple of them were called back on video review. Knuckles, I don't think there was no video review back when you played, but what do you remember about your first NHL goal?
I remembered Bob Gainey fell on Pete Peters. Doug Jarvis moved the puck into the crease, and I poked it in. It was not a really memorable goal as far as the way I scored it, but today it wouldn't have been a goal because it would have been goaltender interference. You know, you can't touch the goalie today. It's like ridiculous. But yeah, so that was it. And Owen Beck, I'm so happy for him when he finally got it because, you know, he actually has 3 goals, but
yeah,
they took 2 away.
And it was a good goal, too. It was a snipe. Rick, you didn't score a lot of goals in your career. What do you remember? Your first goal might have been even more special.
1976, 10 games into the season, playing the Colorado Rockies in Colorado. I don't know what I was thinking other than I did block a shot with my beautiful plastic laying skates.
There's a blast from the past.
that allowed me to take off flying up the ice against Michel Plas, that I did a ridiculous deke and put it to my backhand and actually scored. And that was my memorable first goal because I can remember that, and I can remember all of them because when you only score 3, you can remember exactly what the 3 were.
Yeah,
like.
that team was weak too defensively.
All right, Rick, so what do you remember about the other 2 then?
Lucky.
All I remember of Greenie scoring is in Calgary. That's it, baby.
That's in the Stanley Cup final, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Huge goal.
Yeah, I had a brain cramp with Joey Mullen coming out to me and last man back in a 2-1 hockey game, and I make a deke. I'm going, what am I doing? But it worked.
It happened, folks. I saw it with my own eyes.
Well, Knuckles, I know the answer to this question. I'm going to ask you anyway. What was your most memorable goal?
You know, as far as an exciting goal for me, like anytime it meant something, but the penalty shot goal was huge.
Backhand up top, right?
You know, really, it was that Winnipeg game. I had 2 goals, 1 assist that game, and both goals were unbelievable for me. Haven't scored them. I think back, it was Patrick Watt's first game. He got in Winnipeg. Go check it out. You look at both those goals, you'd be like, oh my God, that guy could actually play hockey.
Was it backhand peanut butter, right, Knuckles?
Backhand peanut butter, and then the other one, I did a sweep check on Robert Picard, and then I put it between Carlisle's legs with one hand. I went in all alone. It was pretty cool. So, yeah, those 2 were really cool goals, and some other ones against Boston that, you know, Quebec, there was some good ones. Yeah, but that night was special for me because I kind of felt like Gretzky on a bad night.
Well, Rick, I know Beck's teammates are obviously excited for him getting his first NHL goal. Do you remember, is there a memorable goal by a teammate that you remember that stands out that was special?
Not really, other than you feel good for any of those guys that, you know, do get their first one. They're just obviously really excited. And there's not one that really stands out in my mind.
What, like someone's first goal?
Well, first goal or just a big goal. A goal that you remember.
Lemieux against Hartford, Game 7. Come on.
Yeah, that was.
Boom, over. That's all. That was like we lose that game. You don't have a cup and I don't have a cup, Greenie.
Yeah, that was. I remember that goal. I remember being at that game, sitting up in the Blues, up in the nosebleeds there for the
Happy
Canadiens.
Lemieux.
So, Knuckles, back then, did they give you the puck from your first goal? Did the Canadiens?
Yeah, I have it. I have it.
Where is that now? You got it in your office there?
I think so. Let me take a peek.
All right. Well, Knuckles is looking. Rick, did you get the puck from your first goal?
Yes, I did, and I have no idea where it is. Maybe it's downstairs in a box, you know. So
there it is, right here.
Oh, very. That's nice.
Pretty cool. It was all beat up, but I had it. Someone do it over, and they did a hell of a job. but it's still the original plate. The CH got broken in travels and stuff, but that's the puck. Pretty cool. Philadelphia Flyers. I got my first fight against the Flyers, my first assist against the Flyers, and my first goal against the Flyers.
Yeah, you never got the Philly flu, Knuckles.
No. So that's pretty cool. All against the Philadelphia Flyers, and the goal and the assist were on the road. The goal was at home.
Wow.
So I'm a home.
Is that your most special piece of memorabilia from your career, Knuckles, or is there something else that stands out?
My rookie jersey, pretty cool to have. Yeah, that having that goal is nice. And the Stanley Cup, to have that, really cool. Some guys have 11 of them, so it's like not a big deal. I got one. It's a big deal.
That number 30 that your dad told you to make your own number, and you certainly did that, eh, Knuckles?
Yeah, pretty cool.
I remember when you got it, it was a goalie number, right?
Yeah, I wanted another. I was going to change it, but he had bought the number 30 already, so I just think he didn't want to buy another jersey. Cheap bastard. No. He said make something of it. And everywhere I went, I ended up with 30, so it's pretty cool.
Rick, what's your most special piece of memorabilia? Is it those old Lang skates?
I have to say the little mini Stanley Cup that we have in our collection that just brings back so many great souvenirs. That whole stretch of, the hotel stays and all of the stories and some of the things that the guys did, and we didn't have to read about it. But just the overall run of that whole stretch of the Stanley Cup, and ultimately, coming back to Montreal and seeing the type of reaction that you get when you do something like that. It doesn't get any better.
What would it mean to you to see the Canadiens finally win another Stanley Cup?
I mean, there's no better place to play, and when you win in Montreal, it's the ultimate. And anybody and again, I came from an environment where we couldn't win anything. We could not find a way to do much of any good stuff. Coming to Montreal and seeing this market and these people and these fans, even today, it's unreal the reception that we get and receive from our fans, and just I'm very fortunate to be able to experience that.
Knuckles, what would it mean to you? This is your adopted city. I know both of you guys live here year round. What would it mean to you to see another Stanley Cup parade down on what used to be the usual route?
I guess just pride in the organization that they kind of get back to that greatness. That would, and to see what Hughes and Gorton have done here, and then the players themselves, the joy, the accomplishment, the going on a path with a group of guys to try and achieve that common goal of winning something, and then do it, to see the relief on their faces, the joy, the happiness that comes with that. It's just awesome. It's awesome to be part of something like that. And I would love to see this crew to get that opportunity. I think of Caulfield and Suzuki and Nick being such a great captain, what it would mean to him. He's been such a great leader here, honestly. He's been impressive, that kid, really impressive.
Well, I know Marty St. Louis won Olympic gold medal and a Stanley Cup, and I asked him recently, which was bigger, and he didn't hesitate. It's a Stanley Cup. He said it's a 2-month. It takes years to build a team like that, and then it's a 2-month run. You got guys playing hurt, you got guys playing injured, whereas the Olympics sort of a short tournament. He's won both, but it certainly would be nice to see another Stanley Cup parade in Montreal in the not-too-distant future. Anyway, that's it for our last bonus episode of this holiday period. We'll be back with our weekly Hockey Inside Out show on Wednesday, January 7th, after the 1-week holiday break. In the meantime, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the Hockey Inside Out YouTube channel. And in case you didn't already know, Hockey Inside Out is also available now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.